Is it working? Is things happening?
I don't know. I'll refresh and see.
Is it all black? What's happened, man? Where's my image? Fuck.
Do you have it on the right scene?
I should have it. I mean, it's on the title scene, so. Fuck. Why am
Mm.
I so bad at this, friend? Why can't you handle this? Why can't I? Fuck.
The problem is, if you're not recording, we can't have your gameplay.
Well, it's not that. I'm just so bad. There it is.
Mm.
Title card. Dot. There it is. Hey.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take a long time.
Oh, there we go. Is streaming. Oh, and you might want to. Actually, I can do it.
What are you doing?
I will. Oh,
Sim for Kenyon. No image. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
oh, wow, yeah. Okay. Well, for Kenyon, you were right on the money,
Fucking
as
Darwin
usual.
nickels, man.
Yeah,
They're getting right in your pocket.
yeah. It's
It
almost it's
is.
almost
It is Wayne
impressive.
Shorter in 2006.
It's almost impressive how quickly you do that.
Yeah. How does? Because I don't get a notification until like 3 minutes after we start. Every
Yeah.
time, without fail. I don't know why, but I just don't. I don't get a notification.
Yeah. I don't get a notification either, but that's because this is my channel.
That that doesn't
So,
make sense that you wouldn't get a
my account.
notification to your own. You
Yeah.
know.
I don't know, man. I think they're shafting me a bit.
Probably shafting you a decent bet. I mean,
Yeah, I want notifications for when I'm streaming. I don't
that's
know
true.
when I'm
I mean,
streaming. I don't know
how else
anything.
is Wayne Shorter gonna know that we're in 2006 with him?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And chat, I'm doing something revolutionary this time.
Oh.
I have the screens side by side so I can look at chat while I'm reading.
Whoa, we can both look at chat at the same time. No way. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Now,
I
chat,
know.
historically, this has come down to a pretty awful audio day because I'm the stream host. Is audio good, chat? Is audio good? That's amazing, says that. It says yay. All
Yeah,
right, thank you,
we're
Sim for
we're a bit
Kenyon. Truly a
behind.
pioneer of a technological evolution. That's how
I
Wayne
know,
Shorter
right?
is.
It,
That's how Wayne
yeah.
Shorter is.
All right, audio's good.
It's
Yeah,
good. Perfect. All right.
awesome. All
Awesome
right.
blossom.
So,
As
Kenyon,
as Wayne
how are
Shorter says.
you? How are you doing this fine evening?
You know, for those who aren't the viewers at home who are usually around us, because to be honest, most of the people here probably know us in person. It's snowing a lot where we live, so I've really just been hanging out, chilling, picking at some work here and there. How have you been, Ren? How's everything been keeping up?
I've been good. Started playing new game. That's fun. It's very explory, and I
Mm-hmm.
like those, so it's cool.
Wow.
Um, yeah, not really a lot going on. Tomorrow I'm going to have to shovel the walk, so that's fun.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it there to melt. I'll get some drinking
Yeah,
water from it or something.
yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
smart.
Chat saying they have snow too. Um,
Yeah.
I feel you, chat. I feel you. It's been tough with the snow. I gotta water my plants.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you have
I
houseplants.
do have houseplants. They're quite lovely.
Yeah. How's your evening, chat?
Yeah, chat. How are you? Sim for Canyon, Dr. Kip, Sphered Buckle. You know, how's everybody? Who's on right now? Well, Psalms is shitting. That's not
Oh
surprising,
yeah, yeah.
to be frank. Dr. Celery is also in chat. Dr. Celery, what's up?
Ooh, Dr. Celery.
Who doesn't love Dr. Celery? We have a lot of doctors in chat. I mentioned this last time.
Yeah.
Um, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, chat. Ren and I were discussing this
More or less
earlier, but
Kirby.
um, when was the zeitgeist of the Let's Play? Like, when was the
Yeah.
like the apex of when Let's Plays were a thing? Because I was saying 2013, Ren was saying like 2012.
Yeah.
Um,
And Sphered Buckle, I'm sorry your ears hurt. That must suck.
Do your ears hurt from how bad my audio is?
Oh yeah, that is a good question.
That's a great question.
Around then, says Dr. Kip.
Dr. Kip. I'm proud of my doctor. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, 2012, 2013, pretty close years, but we're wondering which one.
Yeah. This is going to be about 2012 seems to be closer pick. See, this is going to be a $5 wager. I'm putting 5 on this one.
I am putting 0
Around
on it.
2020 when the Flying Goat podcast started.
That is true. That's all you need to know.
I was saying to
really.
Ren, if we started a Let's Play channel, that would be quite horrendous.
Oh, no. Please no.
Chat, if we make over $100 million, we will have a Let's Play channel. So,
You know what? I think I can do that. Sure.
so get ready. Flying Goat Let's Plays. Yes, $100 million to my bank account. Just gotta
Yeah,
get it.
not mine. Kenyon is
Mine.
the financial manager here.
I'm the one who doesn't pay taxes here. Speaking of which, I've been having to deal with so many tax. You know what? I probably shouldn't be ranting about tax forms. We're kind of a literary podcast. We're kind of a serious business here.
Yeah, we really are, as you can tell by the finger chapter.
When is the
that's
vlog
really-
channel coming? Well, we're both renaming to Nystat soon. So once that happens, IRS tax forms. No comment on the matter. The IRS doesn't know where I am. They don't.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it.
You don't need to worry about it. And you know who also doesn't?
You don't need to be John Marsh.
You don't need to be John Marsh.
John Marsh will worry about the IRS for you. Well, you know what, Simper Kenyon, that's really good, because if you were an undercover IRS agent, I think I'd have to revoke all your Darwin nickels.
That's true. The IRS will stick the poor people on you. I'm more like the poor people's money.
Yeah.
Tom.
Pretty much.
Well, now chat.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start up the Skyrim play again. The thing is, after last time, the horrors of last time,
Yeah.
there are Darwin nickels where Sphered Buckle. There's a tradition. Whoever gets types first in chat gets 10 Darwin nickels.
Yeah.
And also, Simfer Kenyon had 5 revoked after an incident,
Yes.
which will not be named.
It will not be.
Mhm.
It's too heinous to speak
Too
of.
heinous to speak of. Well, let's get the show on the road. Let's get this on. Let's get this podcast. Why is my screen all messed up?
I don't know what's
Fuck.
going on with your screen. Oh,
Oh,
play.
oh.
You can do it. You can do it, Kenyon. I believe that you can play
I did it.
Skyrim.
I did it. I'm playing Skyrim, guys.
Wait, what's happening? It's not full screen.
It's not full screen.
Oh, now maybe it is?
Now it is. Is it good? Chat. Is everything all right?
We need someone in chat named John Marsh, says Dr. Kip.
Yeah. You know, if anybody wants to RP John Marsh in chat,
Oh no. That would be ridiculous.
is everything full screen? Chat. Is everything good? Is everything?
It's not quite full screen, no. You're missing a bit on the bottom
I see
and
that.
the right.
You know, Skyrim's
Yeah,
such
it
a
might-
bitch.
It might have to do with the capture on OBS.
Might. Fucking OBS, man. It was working
Yeah.
fine. Let's just hit play and then click
Oh, well,
OBS so that I'm
That's weird.
managing
Yeah,
this.
what I would do is instead
There we
of oh, okay, if that works, that's good. But what I would do instead is I do window capture instead of
Desktop capture.
yeah.
That's a great idea, Ren. But you see, I'm
Yeah.
stupid. And it just stopped working. I think this
No,
is a sign,
it's good.
chat.
I think it's good.
I think this
I
is
think
a
it's
sign.
going well. No, I think it's going well. It's that Skyrim's resolution is less than your desktop resolution for some reason.
I fucking changed it, man.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
can't
think
bring it
while
up
you
to my
were-
desktop revolution. Chat, we're professionals.
That's ridiculous.
Whatever. Fuck it. It'll
Well,
work.
I think while
I'm a
while you're
big kid.
struggling with this, I
I'm a
think
big
I
kid.
might start reading, yes? How do you feel?
Um, how do I feel? Pissed off at
Yeah. How
Skyrim.
do you,
There
how
we
do you feel going
go!
into this chapter? Nice.
Alright. Alright, chat.
It
How
is
do
a
I feel
very
about this?
professional stream, yes.
How do I feel about this chapter?
Yes.
So,
I want to know going in.
Ren and I had an interaction, I'm pretty sure it was on stream, um, where Ren said, your chapters are more of the putting loose ends on the table and I tie them. And I said, you know what? I'm changing it. I'm changing things. I'm a changed man now.
Ooh.
I'm pushing forward the plot. No longer will the finger chapter be the only thing under my name. No longer. Well, it's the finger chapter, the IRS chapter, and the
Mhm.
incel chapter.
Yeah, like, I think you've been the most influential on the direction of the plot, I think.
I don't know about that. More influential in the direction of the fucking jokes. A Kenyan
Okay.
revolution. Nuh-uh. This is the Ren and Kev podcast. This is not the Kev podcast. We are a team. I just gave the shitty ideas and Ren refines them. Now,
Oh no.
now where the hell am I in Skyrim? That's the better question.
That is a good question.
Because,
And
well, fucking
I
Skyrim.
think I think I will get started then.
I'd love to hear.
Chapter 8. The man I had just met led me around the back of the building and down a tiny, overgrown street until we reached a rusty yellow car. He popped open the truck and shoved his duffel bag inside. I tossed the one I was carrying on top. "So how did you find the guidesman?" asked the man. "I didn't, really. I was working on the Shulman case and got in a scuffle with some IRS goons. I guess the guidesman saved me." "The Shulman case? You know, the missing woman? You didn't see that on the news?" The man laughed. "We don't watch the news much. We have more important things to do as a group." I was perplexed. What could be more entertaining than the news? Or more important for that matter? The news is the most important information of every day. I didn't bother to fight the man on this, however. He seemed kind and was willing to give me a ride, so I was unbothered. Besides, it seems that most people who worked with the Guidemen weren't IRS spies, except her. In italics, by the way.
In italics. I did put that in italics.
When I entered the car, I was hit with the smell of incense and candles. Dozens of necklaces hung from the central mirror, and the gear shift was made of bone. The man saw me looking towards the gear shift and smirked. "Cowbone, do you like it?" I nodded. "Bones do make good decorations. I have one here." I pulled out my necklace. "This one's my ring finger." The man nodded. "Hey man, that's pretty damn cool. When did you lose it?" "Nom?" "Yesterday." The smile quickly faded from the man. "Are you, alright after that?" "Yeah, I'm fine. It wasn't too bad. I could have lost one of my good fingers." There was a long, silent pause as the man started the car and began driving. I looked out my window to a snowy landscape. I saw a tree out in the distance. I was always a big fan of trees, especially in the summer. When it was hot in Vietnam, I always sat beneath the nearest tree and ate whatever fruit came from it. I do love my fruit. So, Kenyon, I think an important question is, what does John consider to be his good fingers?
Well, chat, I wanted to ask you. Chat, what's the best finger? Personally, the thumb has to be John's favorite finger, maybe followed by the
Hmm.
pinky finger. The one he cut off, the ring finger. You're really gonna go with the ring finger, Sim for Kenyon? That's a B tier finger.
Yeah, I mean, what does it do? Carry rings.
Yeah,
Middle finger? No, that's a pretty good finger.
that's a the middle finger's a pretty damn good finger.
It's so versatile. You can use it to point.
A
You
lot of
can use
pointing.
it. Yeah. You can use it to, make people mad at you, even though, you were just showing it to them. It's a really cool finger.
Pretty damn good finger.
Index is good, but, the middle finger, says Dr. Kip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a It's a decent finger.
The middle finger's an S tier finger, when the index finger's an A tier finger. Kinda
Yeah,
deep.
I think that sounds good. Thumb, though, where does thumb go in the
Oh,
hierarchy?
thumb's an A tier finger.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If it weren't opposable,
Yeah.
where would we be?
I can vibe with that, says Dr. Kip.
When I took my attention to the road again, we were far outside the town. As soon as I looked, I saw something peculiar on the side. From where I was, it looked like a crumpled tarp covered in snow and ice. As we got closer, I noticed what seemed to be a foot that poked out from under the bottom of the tarp. "Hey, can you stop the car?" I asked. The man looked at me perplexed. "Why would I do that?" Pointed the tarp. I pointed at the tarp, and the man immediately slammed on the brakes. Holy shit, is that a... Before he could finish his sentence, I jumped out of the car and shut the door behind me. I checked the surroundings of the tarp. There was a very large set of footprints leading farther down the side of the road. Following them for a few hundred feet, I found they ended at a set of tire marks in the snow. Seems like we had the markings of a lone killer. After a quick examination, the footprints seemed to be made with boots that had a large S in the heel print. When I was walking back towards the car and the tarp, the driver had already stepped out of the car and was staring down at the tarp. When I approached, he looked at me horrified. "Do we call the cops?" I shook my head. "Remember this?" Pulled out my badge. "We won't be needing any cops. They wouldn't be able to do the type of work we need right now anyways. I advise you to stay in the car while a professional takes care of this." So I think this is something interesting. Does John still consider himself police?
I think Private Eye is separate in his mind to police.
Ah, so he has a private eyeing badge.
Yeah, he has a private eyeing. I mean, he hasn't gotten his official badge yet. Remember, he just fired himself like a couple
That's
days
true.
ago.
So he has to have a private eye badge.
Yeah.
It just happens that it's his old police badge.
Chat
Yeah.
says, "Are thumbs fingers though?"
There's a lot of debate over that. I choose to believe that people who debate it, that they are wrong.
I personally think thumbs are technically toes, just by the ratio of meat to bone. Personal opinion, though.
Yeah, there is a significant. They are stubby like toes even.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? And you're fighting some wolves there.
Grammarly says no.
Grammarly says no.
I don't know how Grammarly would tell me what the definition of a finger is, though. And private eye badge, in big quotation marks from Dr. Kip.
Yeah.
Thumb being toes is the worst take, not gonna lie. Kip! Come on!
Oh man.
The meat to bone ratio! This is ridiculous. Anyway.
So, the man nodded and walked back to the car. I set my eyes on the scene. I lifted the tarp to find the grisly scene. A young woman in her 20s, stabbed multiple times in the chest. Her face was covered in slashes, and her nose and left ear was missing. Besides from her shoes, all of her clothing was ripped to shreds and on the ground next to her. I sifted through them, but was unable to find anything of note. Hunby says, "Say meat to bone ratio one more time."
I will. Meat to bone ratio. It's true. Thumbs or toes?
Then, a glint caught my attention, coming from the woman's hand. I opened her hand and was met with a small key to a Toyota car covered in bits of flesh and blood. "Do you have a small bag I could toss something in?" I asked the man. But there was no response. He had the windows rolled up and had the radio on high. I wrapped the key in bits of cloth that weren't covered in blood and stuffed it in my pocket. I put the tarp back on top of the body and knocked on the car door. My mind was swimming. Possibilities in a case like this were endless. Though this could be anyone, I would have to assume a town as small as this one wouldn't be having multiple kidnappings and potential murders in 1 week. This body had a high potential of being Marissa Schulman. Now, from what I remembered of the news report, she was last seen with her car in a gas station on the edge of town. and on this side of town, the nearest gas station would be Swift Pete's Motorworks. There was a large likelihood that Shulman was kidnapped there, murdered, and tossed here. Now, the prints of the suspect do not give us much, but they will be good to remember. I looked to my driver and explained the situation. Ah.
Oh. Simper
Right.
Kenyon says, in massive letters, this streamer loves cock.
Which one, or both of us?
Both of us. I'd say, I mean, definitely at least half true. I'm not going to say which half.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
You never know, chat. You never know.
You never know.
You never know who you're simping for.
So, okay, here's another question. Does John have a lot of experience with bodies? Like, was that part of his job?
I don't think John has much experience with anything, I have to be frank.
Yeah, it sounds accurate, honestly. But he thinks he does.
I mean, I think he thinks he has a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, like that time when he ambushed it was right.
Yeah, that is true. Sphered Buckle says, bruh, what? In response to Simper Kenyon's earlier expression. And then Simper Kenyon put a giant, seems like ASCII characterization of Lightning McQueen. And then a handicapped. And I understand, I may be mentally handicapped, but you don't need to mock me for it.
Oh god. Simper Kenyon says, yes he does. Not with his job, but in his youth.
Well, we all do know about his youth.
Very, very interesting youth, I must say. Listen, man, can I just dump the duffel bags back with the guidesman? I don't want to get in trouble with him or anything. Get in trouble? Are you kidding me? There's been a murder. We need to find out who did this. What would the guidesman say if he heard you left this case to die? It'd be shameful. The man nodded. Yeah, I guess. Good. Now bring me to Swift Pete's as soon as possible. As we turned to the car, I began to feel a sense of adventure, when I hadn't felt since I was a kid, dancing around my front yard with sticks and rocks and acting like a pirate. Now I am the pirate again, the good guy saving the day. I knew that making my own agency was a good idea. I should have done this long ago. Maybe then I would finally have my respect to my name. I'll get it now. It'll just take some time. After a short car ride, the car stopped in the tiny parking lot of Swift Pete's. I hopped out of the car and ran inside the small attached convenience store. The only person inside was an older gentleman who sat reading a comic book. You there! I yelled. Where is the car of Marissa Shulman? The man threw his comic book in surprise. Whoa, man, what do you want? You heard me. Now tell me. The Toyota, Shulman's car. Where is it? He stared at me in shock. Are you some vigilante? What's going on? The police already came by, man. They looked for everything they could. Detective Marsh. I'm on the case now and I need some evidence. Now tell me, about a week ago, did you see a Toyota come into this gas station? I'd love to help, but you're gonna have to be more specific than that. I sighed. The man was obviously unintelligent and was rather difficult to communicate with. Is there a Toyota that you saw was left here? He shrugged. I don't know, man. Listen, check the lot. I've just been in here minding my own business. Maybe that'll make you a little luckier. And so I did. I threw open the front door and walked out into the parking lot, where I was met with no other cars besides the rusty yellow beater. My mind raced. There had to be a reason behind the disappearance of the car. Maybe the IRS took it to scrap it and sell the parts to Iran. Maybe the police took it as an explosives dummy. Maybe they even stole it as their own vehicle. Now the man in the store had said the police were already here, so I think the most reasonable conclusion is that the police took the car. They really thought they could outsmart me and try to prevent my business from thriving. That was the opposite of the truth. With my extensive insider knowledge of the police system of the area, I easily knew where the police kept evidence vehicles. I walked back to the car and asked my driver to head down to the police lot to drop me off. Now, I won't need a ride back from there. You can leave me once you drop me off. He looked at me, confused, but quickly understood what I was saying. He gave me a small fist bump and whispered, "Hey, whatever helps get them off the guidesman and looking for something else." I don't know why the police would be looking into the guidesman, though I didn't feel the need to question my driver. He had been so terribly nice to me so far. I mean, I wouldn't expect any less after the fine treatment I'd given him. And as Mother always said, if you treat someone badly, God will make sure you'll never able to sleep again. You'll never be able to sleep again. After the quick ride to the police lot and a goodbye, I was alone. The air was still, and the 6-foot fence was in my way. With the key in my hand, I snuck around the back of the lot and crawled under the wire fencing. It scratched my back terribly, leaving blood, but it was better than jumping over. I wouldn't trust myself to be able to do that. I sneaked through the lot until I found a red Toyota with a slip of paper in the window reading, "Yet to be checked for evidence. Do not touch." I slipped the key in the door and unlocked it, got it, and started the car. And there ends Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
Now, I think this is a very interesting chapter. We get to see a little bit... We get to see John taking charge of a situation for once.
He has done something. Can you believe it? Chat says
It's-
blue. Dead bodies.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we all know which member of chat said that.
Yep. Definitely me. I'm in chat.
Now, what do you think about this chapter? The direction I went with it. I gotta
man.
hear this.
I'll be honest, it's not the direction I was expecting, but I'm into it. You know, like, well, I suppose anything I say as a continuation potentially is the way it'll be, but,
That is true.
you know, Swift Pete's, that was always, no, Pete's Swift?
Swift Pete's.
Swift Pete's. You know, that's a very interesting name for a gas station. Is his name Pete? The old
Never
man.
asked. We'll never know.
You never asked. Maybe his name is Brian.
Probably. Finkel Brian, perhaps?
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yep. His name is Brian
Red
Frankel
with
Brian.
dead bodies? Good points for
You
both.
you don't wanna
You
don't
never
wanna
know what
trust
Ren
me
was
with
up to in
those.
Afghanistan. You
Now
never-
there is an interesting line here. Maybe the IRS took it to scrap it and sell the parts to Iran.
I see.
Now this is before Iran-Contra would have happened, so is this just, out of nowhere for John?
Well, this is out of
Does he
here.
think about Iran a lot?
He probably does think about Iran a lot. I mean, he was in Vietnam. He's just waiting for. Oh, I died. Well, maybe I could
He's
exit
just-
this godforsaken game.
He is just waiting for Desert Storm, I guess.
He's he's been waiting for death. I mean, who hasn't been?
Yeah.
Now, chat. How do we feel about the chapter?
Yeah, what do
I
you
gotta
guys
hear the
think?
chat reaction?
Oh, and I noticed too that you formatted this a lot more like the way I format them.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just change the spacing to be more like your spacing.
Yeah, fair. Dr. Kip says it was a jolly good adventure. That's always nice to hear.
John Marsh is now a cop.
Now,
I don't,
I think he always was one.
He always was one, but now I
He's
guess
just,
he's doing it more.
yeah, he's more cop-like now that he's not a cop.
Oh, I'm in a permadeath cycle because I'm a vampire and I'm going out into the.
Oh, that's so stupid.
God, I love this game so much.
I don't know what you're gonna do. I think you just need to start a new game.
I just need to start a new game. Chat,
Yeah.
if you weren't here for the start of this saga, I've been playing this game because I am not a fan of this game, and I wanted to at least explain why a little bit. It's fucking killing my computer to just keep on going.
Oh my god, you were just flying. Right.
We're going to the main.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
But I was trying
You
to
know?
play, show why I wasn't a big fan, and I got stuck in a permadeath cycle. So, pretty much what I expected.
Do you think this is our last encounter with Skyrim, or
I I don't think so. I think that I might have to play more Skyrim just to show why I don't enjoy it more.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Well,
theming thing, you know. Ren
I,
plays the fun
yeah.
games, and Kenyon cries. It's just theming, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I really liked the chapter, you know. Took it in a direction I wasn't expecting, and if I didn't expect it, then you know it's good.
I don't know if that's true. You didn't expect the finger chapter.
I didn't expect the finger chapter.
My
Yeah.
favorite part
My
is
favorite
Kenyon
part is the
cries.
Kenyan cries.
Sim for Kenyon, it's odd for you to be saying that, as you are kind of a certified sim.
That is very true.
Yeah, very true. My goodness. You know, I was working on the chapter, right, and I was like,
Hmm.
what could I write that would be like very plot focused? And I was like, of course I gotta focus on Shulman, right? But
Right.
beyond that, right, I was like, okay, well, if I gotta focus on Shulman, I gotta focus on like other aspects of the plot as well. And I was like, what's the town like? I was thinking a lot about the town, and it's probably a shithole. It's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Uh, but no, I thought a lot about this chapter when I was writing it for the whole 4 hours that I took to write it.
Right.
It was not coming easy, I tell you that much. There was a lot of just like I took a walk in the middle. By walk I mean
Yeah.
a walk downstairs.
Yeah.
Um, but it was
I
kind
had
of
that
a
with.
walk. I mean, as much as we can do when the entire world is snow.
Yeah. I had that with chapter 5. It took me so long to think of what direction to take it, and then I just had to get it down.
A
Those are
walk in the
accurate
snow.
sound effects, by the way. That's the sound my computer makes when I type.
Yeah, pretty much. A walk in the snow says Spirit Buckle 77 takes a walk. Ah yes, John Marsh goes to Sneaky Pete's time. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, that's actually the divide where it happened, where I took the walk. Was right after we got to the part where he put the cover back on
Mm.
Melissa. Is when I was like, okay, what is he gonna do? But you know, I was trying to be a plot master. No more cutting off fingers. No more.
Oh god.
No more bringing in IRS conspiracy theories.
Well, no, I think the IRS paranoia is part of what makes John John, you know?
That's true. I guess it's
I
part of
think
the
I need to.
charm of the story.
Yeah. I think I need to do it more.
Oh fuck, I'm in the credits for Skyrim. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
There we go. Get me out of here. Get me out of this terrible
Yeah,
game.
Go back to Wayne Shorter in
Yeah,
2006.
let's bring Wayne Shorter back. Now, chat. We have a guest appearance from Wayne Shorter. A quote from him. Are there any other people you want to hear a quote about the podcast from? Any professionals
Yeah.
who you want a professional opinion of?
Wow. Oh, Obama. That's the first.
Obama.
Uh,
That's a good idea. So hot, yeah. Yeah, Wayne says Socram. Socram's a good choice.
ooh, soccer.
Jimmy
But he's
Carter.
really hard to get a hold of.
Jimmy Carter's a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be hard to see their opinion about us in 2006, but we
Yeah.
can get what they think.
Yeah. What, in 2006 I was 4? So,
Yeah,
you know,
I was 3.
people's opinion of me in 2006 was probably pretty high.
Yeah, you
Before they
probably
knew
were
what
the.
I'd become.
We were probably both the diaper wetting idiots that people wanted to shut up. So, you know what? We'll continue to be the diaper wetting idiots.
Yeah, it's just now instead of a diaper, it's Google Docs.
Pretty much. I would love to hear the opinion of Senor Marquisimo de Casa de Signan. It's a great idea, Dr. Celery. Now, does Senor Marquisimo de Casa de Signan, does he play the tenor saxophone? Perhaps the opinion of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. We'll
Oh
ask him.
man.
We'll ask him. We'll get a collage if we
Yeah.
can.
These are a lot of very, very, hard to reach people.
Yeah, we
I
might have to go
say.
pre 2006 for this one.
Yeah,
It's pretty far back for Franz Ferdinand.
pretty far back.
Well,
But
chat,
it's possible, I'm sure.
yeah, chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for
Yes.
tuning in to this episode of the Ren and Kev podcast, the Fly and Go
Thank,
podcast.
thank you all.
Thank you
And
all.
Kenyon.
Yeah.
And Kenyon, thank you for doing this, you
Yeah. I
know?
mean, I try my best. I try my best. Thank you, Commander Root, Dr. Kip, Dr. Celery, Hanvi, Kodiak,
Yeah.
Bruja, myself, Sinfer Kenyon's Feared Buckle, the Dead Lifer, and Tom. Thank you all for
Yeah.
watching. Thank you for participating in chat. Thanks for, you know, listening to our bullshit for a good 30 odd minutes. We didn't even start
Yeah.
until 7:40. We were going on about the fucking snow. Anyways,
Yeah. Oh
hope you
man.
guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the chapter and get ready for next
Very
chapter. It's a
much.
recap episode next episode.
Yeah, you
Episode.
guys get to yeah.
You get to hear what
Uh,
happened for the past 8 chapters. Well,
yeah.
remember,
Well,
check out the stream, check out the archive on YouTube. Do you have that in? I can put it in chat if you'd like.
yeah. We should probably link to it
I'll,
with Twitch.
yeah, we should probably link to it, but I'll put it in chat in un segundo. There it is. The Flying Goat podcast. This should be it. If anybody wants to sub, get some regular updates,
Oh, you can't post links.
I can't post links. Fuck.
Oh
Right, because
well.
the bots we had. When will we get the
Yeah.
beach episode? You know what? That's up to Ren.
Ooh,
Ren is the
John
one for
Marsh on the
episode.
beach.
John Marsh on the beach. And also, 10th episode. We wanted to do something special.
We
So,
do.
we'll talk more about that during the
You
ninth
guys have
episode.
that to look forward to.
But 10th episode is going to be a big episode.
Friend, please give us a beach episode. I'll consider it.
He'll consider it.
it's
They're in the
dead of
snow
winter.
right now. It's going to be
It's
kind of
the
hard.
it's the dead of winter, but you know what? I think he can. He'll find the nearest lake and
His
just walk
finger in a
across it.
bikini. See, the thing is, that sounds so bad out of context. But I know what you mean. I know you mean his cut off finger. But out of context, Dr. Kip, that sounds horrifying. Anyways, chat. Anime John Marsh. We'll leave with that. We'll leave with that.
Yes. Hope you all have a good night.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you for reviewing.
See ya.
Adios.